Stick your pickle in my mouth tonight. I promise I'll swish it around and treat you right. Anyways, speaking of wrong behavior. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this story. Hopefully this is going to be a short clip because I literally just did an hour and like 20 minutes or whatever, and I wanted to tell the story, but I wanted to do it separate. So it's a story about the old woman, and again, if anybody's on YouTube, I'm going to post this to YouTube. I'm basically doing this verbally for a friend, and I have nowhere to upload it, so I'm uploading it to YouTube. I'm going to make it public, and if people want to listen, whatever. But when I went to Subway today, I purchased a sub. Obviously, I went there for gift cards for the family, but I bought a sub. Now, back before Dale T had to come up and start driving me around to go to the store, because Dale T comes up every 2 weeks to take me to the store. Now, back when like Graham and Jean was around, they would take me to the store, and he would come up maybe once a month to see me, and every time he'd go to Subway, and he would bring me a sub. Just that's what he did. Because I basically told him, I ain't letting you in the fucking house unless you bring food. I said that not as a joke. I said it as, you ain't welcome here, motherfucker. Okay, unless you're bringing food, you ain't welcome here. I said that. I literally said it. So every time he'd come, he would bring me a Subway sub, and it was really, really good fucking sub. It was like this roast beef, and it had like this tangy mustard, or tangy mayonnaise taste. I don't remember what the fuck it was. But anyways, so as I'm sitting there waiting for the girl to do the woman in front of me, get her all settled in, I'm looking at the meats, and there wasn't a big variety of meats, and I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, I looked over and I saw this buffalo chicken. Now, back in the day, Big M, before it became Tops, Big M, the woman who worked there, she would make these special orders for me. Because apparently me and one other person liked these particular orders. And I don't even know how we got started on it. Like how I found out about it. But she would make these buffalo chicken sub. And these were fucking nominal. Whatever hot sauce they use, oh my god, it was so good. Because what they would do is they take this chicken, this breaded fuckery chicken, like just really good stuff, and they would deep fry the chicken and then cut it up. Oh, you know how I know they used to do it? Because sometimes they'll have like pre-made subs, and I went to the where it was, and they had a pre-made sub, and it was a buffalo sub, and I'm like, shit, I want to try this. Well, once I got wind of the fact that they make them, I was like, oh, shit, I want you to make one for me all the time. So every time I go in there every 2 weeks, I'd pick up a damn sub. Well, what they would do is they'd take the chicken, they'd cut it up, and then put it into this mixture of like hot sauce, and I want to say blue cheese. They mixed the shit and made like this creamy, oh dude, and then you pour it into the chicken. You just pour the chicken. You put it over the chicken and like stir it with a fork. And she had these crappy little bowls to throw away, and she's just peddling it with a fucking fork. It was, oh my god. And then you take this the big ass roll, and you just pile it on there. Oh dude. And you sprinkle some of the sauce. Oh god, that shit is just, there's something about that fucking taste. Oh my god, it's like that chicken, the chicken wing sub. I think that's what they called it. That's fucking great, dude. Oh my god, I would Dude, if I had one right here in the bed, I'd spoon that fucking thing. I wouldn't even eat it. I would just lay next to it. Okay? The dog would be trying to get at it, but it's like, no, I'd have to fight him off with a stick. I love these fucking things. And there's a certain way to do it. Because of the very nature of it, American cheese works really well. You can do any cheese you want, but American cheese works. Especially if you can get it and save it for like the next day. Because lots of times, like, usually when I go, I'll go to Burger King, and that's my meal for the day. And I'll have a sub that I want, because I was at the store, I'll have the sub the next day. And if you can kind of go a day, because what'll happen is that American cheese will start to almost melt, but it'll like just get like wet with the juices and shit. Oh my god. So anyways, to do a perfect one, you well, actually, if I were to do another one at Subway, here's what I would do. I would have them cut the roll like they normally do, and then they have the hot sauce. I would have them spew the stuff, they squirt the stuff, squirt on both sides of the bun. And then I would have them put the tomato down on the bottom with the lettuce, and then I would put sliced turkey. Not that chicken. Not that chicken. I don't like that chicken. I'll explain that in a minute. And then you put your American cheese on top of that, and you sprinkle a little bit of mayo on top of the cheese. Now you got the mayo on the cheese, and then the top part of the bun has the hot sauce. And you fold that fucker over. Now keep in mind, there's also hot sauce on the bottom. That's now intermingling with the juices of the tomato. So now you've got like this juicy, tomatoey, tangy buffalo sauce on the bottom, and then you've got the mayonnaise mixing with it in this almost like a light sauce. Oh my god, it's like the mild sauce that you get at the pizza place. That's exactly what it is. It's mild sauce. They mix it with something, and you put that shit together, and the juices are just right, and you let that shit sit for a few hours at least. Now, I'm 400 pounds. I don't wait for shit, okay? Like, seriously, Thanksgiving night, because usually what we do is we do the pies, and then we'd leave them on the counter, we'd cover them with like a towel and leave them overnight, and then we'd have them for dessert for the night. But since I'm living by myself, what the fuck do I care? So, I mean, the fucking pumpkin pie was barely even like half an hour cold. Okay, when I cut that motherfucker, and it just like all over the place. I didn't give a fuck. I just scooped it out, and I'm like, I don't care. Put a little whipped cream on that shit. Then the apple comes out, which is a little bit easier, but still wasn't completely set. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Just scoop it out. It's still good. But anyways, so like I said, I don't wait. But for this sandwich, I will wait. But anyways, I want to talk about the meat. Because the meat, the quality of the meat, the hot sauce is good. I like their hot sauce. But the quality of the chicken, it tasted like fucking tuna. But the actual physicality of the meat reminded me of those little chicken cacciatore meals that you get. They have those makeshift meals. They have the little packages of rice and the little packages of vegetables, and they have the sauce, and there's these little packages of frozen chicken, and you fry it all together, and it makes like this stir fry. I had forgotten about those because we used to do them all the fucking time when the old woman was alive. I mean, shit, this was over 12 years ago. And we would buy those all the fucking, we would do 2 or 3 a week. And what happened was, I don't even remember what happened. This is the old woman's story now. Finally, 10 minutes in, I'm getting to the story. I don't know what happened, but she started slurring a word. She was slurring her words for some reason, and the word was not coming out. She meant to say, well, actually, what happened was she came home from work, and I come in and I'm like, okay. She's sitting in the living room watching TV, and I'm like, oh, what do you want for? Well, actually, I think she called me. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do for lunch? Or do you want to do for dinner? And she started to say, I want to do one of those chicken cacciatore. Now, she could say the word, but for some reason at this moment, the word just was not coming out proper. And she's like, that chicken kachi, and she was just like stuttering and stammering. I started to laugh, and she was getting frustrated because she's trying to say cacciatore, and it was just, it was like some sort of, like, I don't even know what you would call it, but it was just one of those things where it just was not coming out right. And she's like, cacciatore, chicken crotchiachi, and I was like, you mean the chicken crotch? And I just, because she said crotchiachi, and I said, you mean the chicken crotch? It was like a joke, and she's like, yeah, the chicken crotch. And then ever since we started calling it chicken crotch. I know you'd be like, oh, it's disgusting. No, it was, believe me, you had to be there. I mean, she had literally like this dyslexic moment where she couldn't say the word chicken cacciatore, and Christian chachiachi, and chachi hoochie hachi. She went on for like the longest time, just saying all these combinations of words. It was, again, you had to be there. It was funny. It was legitimately funny. And she's like, chicken crotchiachi, and I'm like, you mean the chicken crotch? Because she said crotchiachi, and I was like, crotch, and it was just. She's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So ever since then, like, we'd be in a store and like, hey, you want to make chicken crotch tonight? And it was like, it just became like our thing, like, make the chicken crotch. I mean, how you take chicken cacciatore and turn it into chicken crotch? I don't know, but it was just funny. And we'd always buy these little, like I said, we'd buy those little packets, those little ready-to-eat meals, basically, the MRE kind of, well, they weren't MREs, but you know what I mean. And those were fun. Now, the chicken inside there is the exact same type of quality of chicken that is at Subway. That same exact texture, the same exact look, minus the sauce, obviously. But I don't remember it tasting like chicken. Now, that meat did have a weird taste to it. It was kind of a weird, almost like a processed kind of meat. And it had like this griddle mark on the side, like, but it had this. It was a weird chicken flavor, like it wasn't like a traditional white meat chicken. So I don't know what that stuff is, but it's the same texture, same quality. Just the Subway one does not taste very good. But yeah, man, I haven't had those in years. I should buy more of them. I don't even know where the hell they would be. I don't think the local stores sell them, to be honest with you. I could be wrong, but God, I have to look for some of that stuff. Or shit, I could just make it myself. Well, the hardest part is getting that sauce, because that sauce is really super good. That dark wine sauce, that shit that they use. Oh, that stuff is so good. Because what I'd do is I'd cook the chicken in butter. Like, take a little bit of butter, just put it in the pan, and just fry that shit up until it was like golden fuck brown. And then, let's see what else. Then you add in the vegetables. You let them thaw out because they're frozen usually. And of course the sauce is all frozen, so you might even have to stick that in the microwave for a few minutes. And then you add, I think, what is it? Then the rice. And you squeeze that shit out. Oh, dude. It's just so freaking good. It's just something about the way they got the carrots. And I don't know what those little scallion things are. Those little, they're like the size of a quarter, and they're white. And they feel so weird when you chew into them. But, like, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know what those things are. But God, I remember those. Oh, they were so fucking good. I wish this town didn't suck so hard. Holy fuck. I wish Walmart would come and just rape this town. I swear to Christ. Fuck you, Tops. Fuck you, Great American. I want to bring Walmart to town. Anyways. So yeah, I wanted to leave that story with you. I just did. Because whatever. It was a funny story. Like I said, I didn't tell it very funny, but it was a funny moment. She's just like, she couldn't say it. It was like dyslexic and cratchy coochie, chicken, and she was getting frustrated and flustered. And then I started to laugh because it was just hysterically funny to listen to her try to stammer. Because it's like one of those things. Once you say it wrong, it's just you're never gonna say it right again, kind of a deal. It's like chicken crotchiachi. And when she said crotchiachi, I'm like, oh, chicken crotch. That's what you mean. I said it more of as a joke, obviously, because she, it's whatever. Anyways, like I said, believe me, it was funny. It was funny, even though I didn't portray it as funny. Fuck you. It was funny. It had to be there. But yeah, man, I don't get the fucking meats today, dude. I really don't understand the meats. I don't. I really don't. Because some of that stuff is fucking nasty. Like olive loaf. Why in the balls would you take bologna and green olives and ever try to put them together? No, they have these like off quality, and I say quality, meats at Great American. I mean, I'm sure they're all over, like every deli has these kind of meats, but there was this one meat. It was called meatloaf or something like that. Or, no, mac and cheese. That's what it was. It was essentially a bologna, but it had macaroni and cheese built into it. Like, built into it. We're talking, no, I mean actual macaroni and cheese. Like noodles, like elbow macaroni and cheese was dumped into the vat of poop that makes out these glorified hot dog bologna things, and it was just squeezed through and then sliced off. So you'd have these slices, and if you held it up to the light, you'd actually see like part of the elbow macaroni, and it had this cheesy flavor, and it was oddly kind of good. But gross. I mean, it's just nasty when you think about exactly what it was. And I saw it was like mac and cheese, and I'm like, fuck, I want to try it. I was like, give me half a pound of that shit, because I don't want to get a whole pound. I don't know. Especially for that price. I mean, it could have been horrible. And that meat probably was sitting there for fucking 15, 20 years. Because ain't nobody buying that shit. Ain't nobody buying a mac and cheese. Ain't nobody buying mac and cheese. Meat? Who the fuck's buying mac and cheese? But I'll tell you one thing I've been really into is salami. Oh my god, I can't get enough salami anymore. Like, I used to do turkey subs. Back in the day, I used to do ham. And then the ham quality got so shitty and just shoddy, and it's like, ew. So I kind of went up. Then I started doing roast beef for a while, but then it got so fucking dude, people who eat raw meat need to get punched in the fucking dick. You do not eat raw fucking meat. No, don't get me wrong. I could deal with maybe a little pink. A little pink. Some of these motherfuckers, it's raw. There's people now who are starting a trend where they're eating raw pieces of chicken breast. Fuck salmonella, they're eating raw fucking chicken. Why are you eating raw chicken? These people who eat raw seafood, are you fucked in the head? Now, how fucking depraved was the first guy to say, gee, look at that creepy looking lobster. Let's crack him open and pour butter down his ass. Are you fucking kidding me? And clams, oh god. I mean, I like a good clam chowder, that's about it. That shit's gotta be cooked the fuck, though. It's rubbery and ugh. Ew. I don't know how people do it. And scallops and ugh. Oh, seafood. I am not a seafood fan. I do not like seafood. The closest thing to seafood is like the Big Whopper. Or whatever, the Big Whaler from Burger King. And the Filet-O-Fish. Filet-O-Fish, I dig the Filet-O-Fish, I ain't gonna lie. It's one of the few McDonald's delicacies that are actually decent. The fucking filet-o-fish, or at least it used to be. I haven't had one in like 20 years. That shit used to be, oh my god. And their nuggets were probably the best. They probably had the single best nuggets. I don't care. Although they have gotten shitty over the years. I haven't had them for 20 years. I mean, whatever. But, no, I think I've had them maybe twice in 20 years, literally. But I always liked them as a kid, anyway. As a kid, I liked them. As an adult, like, if I had them right now, I don't know. But, whatever. I used to like their quarter pounder, too. That was good. And, of course, their Big Mac, obviously, you can't go wrong with that. But, whatever. I'm never a big fan of their chicken. I've always loved Burger King chicken, though. The original Burger King chicken. That bun and that juicy fucking chicken is just fucking phenomenal. I get the original chicken. I get the 2 for, well, $6. Now, it used to be $5. I don't give a fuck. I'll pay like $80 for each one of these fucking things. That's how much I love that shit. But because I'm such a glutton, I have to also get like a Whopper. Because you go to Burger King, you need that flame broil. You have to have that taste. If you don't have that taste, to me, it's a wasted trip. So I do get the 2 original chickens in the Whopper meal. And, you know, I have lunch and then I have dinner. Now, the problem is you got to be careful with those chicken. Because the original chicken tastes like shit when it's cold. So you got to eat that shit up quick. It just it loses its juiciness. People are like, oh, put it in the microwave. No, fuck you, because the bread gets hard. It fucks up the bread, especially when the bread is nice and soft and the juice. Oh, that original chicken. Oh, I just want to literally shove it in my ass. Oh my god, I love that shit. Now, I will say, fuck you to Burger King. Their French fries used to be phenomenal. They used to be top notch. And then they went with these other ones, and they taste like shit. They literally taste like saltine crackers. And it pisses me off. They had the single best, maybe them and Wendy's. Although McDonald's are what they are. But for my personal opinion, Burger King had really good fries. I think they had the best fries, maybe followed by Wendy's. Maybe. I'd have to do like a taste test, but oh god, they used to be so good. And then they changed it up not that long ago, and it's just ugh. Maybe if they put them in for like a couple seconds more, because what they did is they went with bigger ones, and I think they're cooking them at the same, pace that they cooked the old ones. Well, these are thicker, so they needed a few more seconds, maybe another minute to be in the fucking deep fryer. And I don't know, it's just they're not as good. I still like them, but they're not as good. Not even close. Fucking annoying. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. But yeah, I'm into this sandwich making phase in my life, where it's like I'm trying to create the perfect sandwich. Because like somebody else makes me a sandwich, it's great. A woman make me a sandwich, it's great. I go out, somebody make me a sandwich, it's great. I make a sandwich, not so much. And I can't figure out why. That's another glitch in the Matrix. I can't figure out why I can't make the same thing these motherfuckers are doing. Like why does the mixed sub taste so much better than my mix up? I put the salami on there, I get the same cheese, and it's not the same. It's just not the damn same. And it's heartbreaking to me. It's fucking heartbreaking, because it's like I've got the quality, I got, well, there's a will, there's a way, I'm ready to go, and it just ain't working. The shit is not cooperating. But whatever. Anyways, what else is there? Oh, speaking of meats, I bought a fucking ham today. Goddamn thing is $18 fucking dollars. Oh, it's a spiral ham. First off, I don't like spiral ham. Because if you're not careful, that shit dries the fuck out. Because you got all these little slices, and they just stick up there like little dicks in the wind. And, you know, it's nasty. It's all fucked up. And it's just, it's not good. But, whatever. You know, I'm not one to complain. Too much anyway. Anyways, what else is there? Whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. Anything else to talk about? Well, this is kind of meat related. I don't know. It's just, dude. It's got to be that I'm getting old. Like, I'm looking over the produce now. You know, I like me a good nut. Seriously, I like me a good nut. That's how old I am. I'm getting into the point where I want to eat nuts. Nuts and cheeses. Oh my god. It pisses me off. I bought these 2 sticks of pepperoni, and I forgot to buy the fucking cheese, and I forgot to buy butter too. Oh fuck. So I don't have butter and cheese for like 2 weeks, and I had all this pepperoni. I was gonna get these Ritz crackers. Oh, it pisses me off. But whatever. Trials and tribulations, I guess. Anyways, I only got 5% low battery. Fuck you. I am so sick of buying fucking tablets and $300 freaking game systems, and they got battery and memory life of fucking yesterday. Give me a break. This battery sucks on this stupid thing. I got it plugged in, and it's like, oh, it ain't doing a fucking thing. Anyways, you know what? I gotta end this. I'm tired. Anyways, so I want to tell you the story. I wish I could have expressed it better. I wish you could have been there, because you would have laughed.